where the b is going to be a 5 because the x is 0. That's your shortcut with that. That's what helps. So do you know the n value? And do you know the b value? Can you write an equation in slope intercept? So you just plug those numbers in. Your answer would be y equals 1.5 m plus 5. You're done. Y-intercept is 5, slope of 1.5. So you go up 1.5 over 1, up 1.5 over 1. Simple enough? Okay. So not all quite that. Let's drop down to number 3. So we'll go up to number 2 here in a little bit. But number 3, think about what are they telling us? What information do we have? And then what formula do we need to use? So remember, we're going to have to end up here. The answer has to be in slope-intercept form. Okay? But we don't have to start off in slope-intercept form, because do we know the y-intercept? Okay, but do we have a point? Do we have a slope? Do we have a point-slope form? Okay, that second formula we wrote down, that point-slope form. This 3 is going to be the x1, the 5 is going to be the y1, and then you have your n. Okay, so that point-slope form was y equals n times x minus x1 plus y1. Get that memorized? So you would go y equals -2 parentheses. Do I put the 3 for the first x or the second x? Okay. Second x. That's why when we wrote down the numbers, the n, the second x, and that second y, those are going to be the numbers. The first y and the first x are going to stay variables. So this x is going to stay an x. Minus, the minus is built in, so 3. So you see how it looks like a -3. But that minus is part of the formula. It's built in there, so it has to be minus. Plus y1, so then plus 5. Yes. Okay. Okay, we're not done yet. But do you see where all those numbers went and how they got there? Okay. Because our answer, remember, needs to be in slope-intercept form. So here, this is not quite slope-intercept form yet. So distribute the -2. You get -2x minus 6 plus, when you have a negative times a negative, so negative times a negative, so that would be plus 6 and then plus 5. Put those together, that would be your answer. Okay, so what's the y-intercept? Y-intercept. 11. It moves the whole graph up 11 units. Your slope would be -2. I should try that same process on number 4. Go to number 4. You gave us the one with the fraction. So you have a slope and a point. Let's start off the same way we did number 3. neighbor or done, you can check your answer with them. Now when you put in, here's your first step. You have a plus 8. You see how your x value is a negative 8? So your formula is x minus a negative 8. So if you minus a negative, that changes that to a plus. Okay, so it should be plus 8. And now your last number is going to be minus 2. 5 times x minus 22. Finish it up. What's 5 halves times 8? 5 halves is 2 1/2. 2 1/2 times 8. 2 1/2. So if you're taking 2 1/2 times something, you're going to take 8 times 2. 16. And then what's half of 8? 4. 16 plus 4 is 20. So you have plus 20 minus 2, so that would be plus 18. So that's where it should end up. Because you have a positive 5 halves times positive 8. You see why? Did you have a negative 8? You'd have here, you have 5 halves x plus 20 and then minus 2. 20 minus 2 is 18. Got the hang of that? Kinda? Now we gotta go back to number 2. What do they need to tell us on number 2? 10. But do we have 2 points? Okay. So if we have 2 points, can we find the slope? Yeah. What's significant about that point? It's a y. X is 0, so it is a y-intercept. Okay. So once you find your slope using the slope formula, then you have your y-intercept, you can go straight to your answer. Okay. Would you work that one out real quick? Once you get your slope figured out, you should be pretty much one more step and then done. Well, you don't, they don't know the slope. So you have to take those 2 points and use the slope formula. So slope formula, when I say to take the slope formula, you need to find the difference in the y's divided by the difference in the x's. So I'm taking 3 minus 1 a 1 minus 3, then it'd be 0 minus the negative 2. That'd be negative 2 over positive 2, so you still get the negative 1. So your slope should be negative 1. So then your answer would be y equals negative 1x plus 1. You can go straight to your answer because you know your y-intercept. Okay. If you did point slope form with the negative 1, you should still get the same answer. So that's the main idea. Now there are going to be some questions of parallel, perpendicular. Keep your notes handy as far as what slope you need to use there. I'm going to let you get started. That way you can get some practice before the bell rings. And if you have any other questions with that, let me know. Make sure you're doing the even numbers at the end all together. So do all the odd ones first and do the even ones all together at the end. Back there in that black tub that has the track on it, that is where your homework is. Once it gets graded, it's going to be filed in there. So your third hour, you're going to be the first folder in there. You can pick up your homework in there at any time. Okay? You keep your homework at least for the 9 weeks. If anything happens to the grade book, so that is where your homework is. It is your responsibility to pick it up. Try to get it there at least once a week. Not before. I do take notes on it most of the time. And so you can look through it and see what kind of mistakes you made. So if you have any questions on anything,